Meanwhile, Minister Meghan Woods has also asked for a third party to get involved in an earthquake claims dispute between Christchurch man Peter Glasson and Southern Response. Mr Glasson began a hunger strike today in front of Southern Response's Christchurch headquarters after years of fighting with the insurer to have his policy honoured. Sitting in a borrowed caravan outside the insurer's office, hoping that someone, anyone from inside will come out, sit down and talk things through. Here's Logan Church.
Under the blackened exterior of Southern Response's Christchurch offices, Peter Glasson has parked up his caravan and is refusing to eat. Peter Glasson's 1920s home with rubble foundation was badly damaged in the 2011 Canterbury earthquake and needs new foundations. Stocked with multivitamins and electrolytes, Mr Glasson hopes this drastic step will get everyone back around the negotiation table.
We're at the end of our tether. What else can we do? Southern Response refused to speak to us. All they do is hide behind the legal process, and they say we're in court, they'll see us in court, and we say to them, let's resolve it, let's get round the table and resolve it.
In a written statement, Southern Response's Chief Executive, Anthony Honeybone, says the organisation became aware of the issues the Glassons had with their property when they filed legal proceedings in 2016. He says mediation was attempted, but it didn't get anywhere.
Southern Response has offered to actually undertake the work to repair the Glassons' house. We have, however, been unable to agree on the extent of damage and what repairs are required.
Mr Honeybone says Southern Response was hoping to resolve Peter's problems through a trial last year. He says the Glassons filed extensive new evidence the day before the trial, and due to circumstances outside its control, the trial couldn't proceed. But Peter Glasson has a different story.
The judge adjourned it on the request of Southern Response. What they did was they were late in submitting their largest piece of evidence, and so therefore we had to be late in submitting ours. The court only gave us 3 working days to reply to their evidence, and which we asked the court to give us more time, and they said no. And then the Southern Response were very, very late in submitting their engineering evidence to us, and that delayed ours to them, and then they made that an excuse as to why the court case should be delayed.
In the Southern Response statement, Anthony Honeybone says the organisation wants to meet with the Glassons again. However, it won't do that until the Glassons allow its experts onto their property to assess new evidence that was filed before that trial.
Southern Response has offered to meet with the Glassons as soon as we have the additional information we need from the site visit. We understand how frustrating additional visits must be, but new evidence was introduced and we need to make sure we understand how it affects settling the claim.
But Peter Glasson isn't keen for more experts to visit his home.
We're not actually happy about the 17 times that they've been, and the court doesn't seem to realise the invasion of privacy that entails. Once or twice or 3 times is fine, but 17 times, and these are new experts that they keep on bringing.
Today, Mr Glasson called on Christchurch Regeneration Minister Meghan Woods to intervene. Ms Woods says as the shareholding minister of Southern Response, she can't directly intervene. But today she says she asked Darren Wright from the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment's Residential Advisory Service to meet with Peter to find a solution.
I've asked Darren to meet with Mr Glasson around this very specific issue of what can we do to allow that site visit to happen. We're at a bit of a stalemate, and my priority as Minister is to work with Southern Response and with Mr Glasson and to see what we can do to remove that roadblock.
Ms Woods says she hopes that meeting can take place in the next 24 hours. In Christchurch for Checkpoint, call Logan Church Tēnei.